Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is basically Gamer Smith back again with just another troll video. Doing great. Like I said this morning, like I said, I'm sorry I took a break yesterday because I was basically at work and stuff like that. And I finally got a little bit of mustard this morning to actually get up and basically do another stream. Of course, hopefully everybody's doing great. Of course. Like I said, hopefully be able to join me in the game, or hopefully the information that I do give out or have given out does help you guys quite a bit. Now, what I'm going to be doing today, of course, is going to be doing a lot more grinding, trying to get my character up and running a little bit more, trying to get up to that 4.5k, of course. Within the next couple of days. I'm never in no rush to do this game itself, just because of it's so much stuff you can do in here. But it's also a lot of fun too. So, what I'm looking for here now is okay. I've got 2, 12, and 5. So I got to get some more cosmic. I've got to get more water gem dust and more sparks. So that'll be the big thing for me today. Actually, I want to do some fire gems again because of the fact that I'm going to need a lot of them. And of course, with saying that, I'd be able to go along and snag as many as possible in that direction. Now, like I said, I've been playing this game for quite a bit of time now. Like I said, I'm not the highest mastery just because I don't do PvP, and I do have tomes and stuff like that. So I'll be working on them as I go. Of course, I've been trying to get my paragram up to as well, and of course, the more characters you have your paragram, the easier it is to get those mounts and stuff like that, and whatnot. So the thing is, with saying that, I do have a couple of. I almost got everything through the paragram right now, currently, only except a few things that to buy from the market or from buying off other people, or just grind them. Period. And that's basically world drops and stuff like that. But of course, with RNG and stuff like that into play, makes a big huge difference. At least with the new updates and stuff like that, it's just what you gotta face in this game. You could kind of keep up with the mastery and stuff like that, and in the levels. The levels is the easiest thing to keep up, like the PR and stuff like that. Because as I mentioned before, if basically you followed exactly the same thing I was talking about, but you don't have to. But if you did, you'll find that you can get your gems and stuff like that, and get your crystalline gems a lot easier. And this is something I was mentioning before because of the fact that it's just crazy how it works. And like I said, it's just like my channel itself. If you like the video itself, it can be pretty crazy to actually just go along and hit that follow button, and also be able to actually, like I said, follow up on some of my other videos as well. So that would actually help my channel quite a bit. And if you are a first-time viewer, welcome once again, of course, and hopefully be able to actually see you in here more often. Like I said, it's just one of those things that I've been working on the last little bit, trying to figure out exactly what to be doing here and try to get my PR up to the new standard. Of course, from having just basic, let's say the up to 5.6, 5.7K, right on up to in the 40Ks. So not 5.6, but at 56, 57, I got to correct myself with that because 5.6, 5.7, you can't even do U8. So, but anyway, regardless of that, like I said, just trying to get some levels and try to work with that and try to work with you guys at the same time. Try to get the information out there that will actually help you guys immensely. And try to basically get the information that basically answer, and not just the information, but answer the questions that you do have. Like if you've got any questions in Trove or anything like that, or if you do play Trove, like I said, you'll be able to get the hand or help that you will actually need overall. So, like I said, hopefully I'll be able to do that, and hopefully I'll be able to do that with efficiency. And like I said, that's what I've been doing the last, trying to actually make the best fit for you guys. Of course, I've been playing this game for so long. Like I said, there's nothing new to me in this game or games like it. As I said before, there's going to be a lot of other games in the future that's going to be like this game. It's been out. There's a lot of games already out like this game. Trove is just one of those games that's kind of like a mixture between Diablo 3 and Minecraft, just because of the fact that, well, basically you're dealing with blocks, you're dealing with whatever. Like I said, Diablo 3, just because of the gems and stuff like that you use. And basically, instead of doing green gear, yellow gear, and stuff like that, combining your gear, and basically rolling it. Well, basically you do the same thing with the gems in the hair and Trove. It's just Diablo 3. It's kind of it's a free game to play to a point after buying the software. But see, Trove is the opposite. You basically can download for free and just play it. But like I said, a lot of stuff in the game, if you really wanted to buy it and stuff like that, you can go straight ahead. But you can actually just play it still 100% free if you decide to do so. So depends on what type of gamer you are. If you are actually a buy or a pay to win, well, you can't pay to win as of such. Well, if you want to get cosmetics and stuff like that, yeah, it's nice to have the extra cosmetics. But there's a limit to having so many cosmetics that you wouldn't even know what to do with them, because you'll have that many more options to actually customize your characters. And that's pretty much like I said, same thing as Fortnite and stuff like that. It depends on what you're doing, and that's pretty much the same thing with Trove. With the customizations and stuff like that in the game. Now, I'll use Fortnite as an example because of the fact that there is a lot of customization you can buy with V-Bucks and stuff like that, or even Roblox. There's so many different games that has the same almost customization and buy options. Now, the only thing is with the Trove itself. Why? Okay. Okay, that sounds a bit okay. Like I said, I wouldn't even think about doing that, just because. Okay, but like I said, I'm with you there, Fuzz. Like, I mean, there is YouTubers out there, there's people out there, there's different categories. So yeah, there is some good YouTubers out there. There's some people that's wannabes, and so on and so forth. So you do you. But like, I mean, I don't put a YouTuber down itself, just because, like I said, not because I'm one, whatever the case may be, but I treat people equal until they actually start stepping, and then I'll step back. That's just it. And that's exactly the way I do things. Like, I mean, I treat people the way they want to be treated. So if they're fools, they be treated as fools. So, but like I said, I do try to treat everybody equal when it comes to it. It doesn't matter about the nationality and stuff like that. So, yeah. But it's all cool. Like I said, what did you do, though, Fuzzy? Like, that just sounds weird, kind of. Because it's kind of like hard to... Right. Like, I mean, just say if you're doing streams and stuff like that. See, the thing is, some people are there just for, like, the fan base and stuff like that. But, like, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't mind sharing information. Like I said, everybody's there wants to be the number one star, of course. And you get to look at it this way. If everybody's having that, well, you know something? It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, what does anything have to do? Like, I mean, as long as you enjoy doing what you're doing, dude. Like, I mean, if the person don't like you for what your religion is or something like that, that means he's basically that's the same thing as using a racist hit against you. Like, I really don't care. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things, Like, I mean, that's why I said it don't matter what nationality. It's just it depends on the attitude and stuff of the person. Like, if the attitude is there, and it's just they're at 100%, and it's not basically being like racist or subjectal. I'm fine with that. That means, like I said, that means everybody's on the playing on the same field. So that's exactly what I do. I don't like basically judgmental people. It just don't make no sense to me. And like I said, if you don't like you, well, that's all you can do. Like, I mean, see, you gotta remember, it's online. And when it's online, like I said, with so many people online and so on and so forth, it can be a plus and a minus. Like, I mean, if I'm playing Minecraft, I'm playing different games like that. Like, I mean, if you got people that's going to come in and grief, okay? You got people that's going to come in and play. People are going to come in and build. I mean, play is just like, I mean, you give the materials to the person and they just play the game. Basically, they rely 100% on you. Now, the thing is, like, I mean, that's how I do it. I look at people as a people. I don't look at people as like, see, I don't look at people as money. I don't look at people as like I look at attitudes. Attitude is a major thing. Like, I mean, if people, like I said, if people don't like my stream, they don't have to like it. If they like my stream, they can go along and hit the follow button, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go along and say, oh my God, this is not working right today for me today, and so on and so forth. Like, I do what I do. I enjoy to do what I'm doing, and I don't mind sharing information that can help people out. Like I said, and when it comes to a questioning like that, like, I mean, I've got so many years of gaming under me. Like, I mean, it's just, I'm so used to people online, it's not even funny. And like I said, that's why, like I said, when it comes to social and antisocial, Trove is actually not too bad, you know? It's not too bad of a game. Like, I mean, it is complicated to start off. I will say that because there's a lot of information to start off with. But once you get into the game itself, it's not bad, you know? But like I said, yeah, like I said, when it comes to the overall aspect, like, I mean, of people, like, I mean, you could be playing any game. It's like for me, rage quitters. They'll go in, get pissed off with the game. If you don't get pissed off with the game, they'll go along and get pissed off with the person. But why in the heck are you getting pissed off with a person that's freaking miles away? You can't really do nothing about it. Only, like I said, just rage out, and it gets redundant. And some people just don't get that. Like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that people do. Like, I mean, yes, it's to me, it's more about self-control and stuff like that. Once you actually lose that self-control, it makes a big difference. Like, I mean, it's like me going along and start screaming, yelling, and bawling, and it sounds like I'm actually eating my mic. The problem is with that, there's no point to it. Like, I mean, what's it going to do? Yeah, like, I mean, look, think of it this way. Just don't, like, I mean, just don't let things get to you because of the fact, like, I mean, if you got a problem in real life, well, there's always ways around it. You know, if you can't keep friends or whatever the case may be, I'm not saying you're a bad person, but some people are just there. Some people are shy. And like I said, will gain some friends and stuff like that, but they gain a very small few. Some people are just outgoing and will basically go to clubs and stuff like that when you get older, and they'll pick up. But see, even what you call a real friend, I will say this. With what you call a real friend is the person, it's like a family member. And that's exactly what I look at. I do have a Discord, yep. I've got everything that way. I can give you my Discord number. Just give me a second here. I never used it in a while. It's been a while. I've been trying to basically trying to help other people out. Like, I mean, it's not just games. Like, I mean, I don't give life advice. even though I can actually help a person with life advice, I rather for somebody else to actually live the way they're going to be living and enjoy life and just figure out all the stuff on their own. Because it's like a YouTuber, one of the top YouTubers I heard before, and I said this in a couple of videos before, that they're trying to give life advice to 13 and 14-year-olds. They're just starting off. They're in their 30s. Okay, fine. There are YouTubers. They're basically sitting down in front of a screen. They're doing their own life itself, and that's what their life they're into, and so on and so forth. But on the other hand, for me to go along and give someone advice that way, I will never do that, because if you have an issue though, or anybody else has an issue that would like to have someone to talk to, I've got no problem with that. That's just the way I work. But I'm not going to go along and say, you got to live this way, you got to live that way, you got to basically live the way I'm doing, because you're not me. Seriously. That's just the way it is. Now, let me see. You were talking about Discord. Let me see. My Discord handle, I'll let you know in a second. You'll be able to find me under this if you want to catch me on Discord. That's in case I'm not streaming at any time. Well, the thing is, I don't like to be pushy, and I don't like screaming, I don't like yelling. Some people might like that stuff. I mean, it's just crazy. I know, like I said, streaming the same stuff over and over, it does get monotonous, even for the player itself does get monotonous over time. But I try to go along and switch my games up sometimes and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. That's why Twitch and YouTube works. Plus, there's limitations to Twitch and YouTube to a point. They try to get followers and stuff. Some people spend years getting them. Some people actually just get lucky, basically, and get them in only a few months. Everybody's got their own personality, which is kind of cool in a way, because, like I said, that separates everybody even online to a point. Now you've got your stars, you got different people that's there. I find a lot of the top YouTubers and a lot of stars though does not care for people that much. They'll basically, once they get up to a certain point, they just, like I said, they don't think about others that much. You basically, and you see that quite a good few times. Now, the only thing is, I'm not saying all top YouTubers is that way. I'm just saying there's a few of them like that. And all of those few, like I said, where am I from? I'm from basically Canada. That's why my time zone and stuff does not match with the U.S. And it's really hard because, of course, Canada got a smaller population. Like I said, the U.S. dwarfs us big time. And, of course, China and Japan dwarfs the whole entire world. So, yeah, it's one of those things, It's something you got to deal with. But also with... midnight. Oh, God. Yeah, it's only a morning here on this end. So, yeah, I'm just basically starting my day, of course. But I try to do multiple streams during the day, because when I get a chance, I try to do 2 or 3 streams. And I like to be able to change my games sometimes, just to keep my channel from being stale. But it's every game out there is a hit or miss. There is people that's got X number amount of views, followers, and stuff like that. Usually I do an hour in the morning, about an hour and a half. And then at night, I usually try to pull off another about an hour or 2, depends on what type it is. Sometimes I'm actually doing stuff offline, so I can actually be able to learn how to play the games or new games that's out there, so I can get more information to the players. So I'm actually not giving out false information, or falsified information to be exact. So when you information, it's going to help you instead of hinder you. So that's exactly what I try to do. But I mean, as I said before, sometimes it takes me months to actually get the content. Instead of me going along and edit my videos constantly, or just putting out one of those things like one of those hello signs that screams and yells and bawls at you, or a very high level of music and stuff like that. I don't do that. Even though I can do that, but I find that, like I said, I just do streaming completely different. And I try to go along and try to treat everybody with respect in that. Because, like, I mean, I'm not going to go along and say I'm a god at doing what I'm doing. Everybody does something a little different. And, like, I mean, people play their games, people enjoy the games, and so on and so forth. And that's exactly what I look at. And if you enjoy what you're doing, why would you quit doing what you're doing? Like, I mean, even if you don't get a follower, if you don't get something in that day, like, even if you get one or two people, if you don't get one or two people, like, I mean, if you enjoy doing what you're doing, like, I mean, I'll keep on doing what I'm doing. Like, I mean, I'm doing it for memories, for having fun with, and so on and so forth. Like, I mean, I do have fun at this because I've been gaming since I've been 6 years old. And like I said, and that's when I was actually really extremely young. And I love still doing this. I do it, like I said, as a hobby. And of course, my work pays my gear and stuff like that. I don't ask for donations. I don't go along and say, hey, man, I'm having a fundraiser today and look at me and blah, blah, blah. I don't do all that stuff because I do my own thing to a point. That doesn't mean I'm rich. That doesn't mean I'm famous. That doesn't mean nothing. I just go along and do what I need to do, like I said, and just have fun with it. Because you think of it this way: you only live once. You can have fun every day, but you only get a chance to do having fun every day. Like, I mean, you only get one chance at it. And like I said, once that day is gone, you cannot relive that. It's completely gone, and that's exactly the way I look at it. So, like I said, if you enjoyed, like I said, doing what you're doing, and like I said, be able to keep up doing what you're doing, it doesn't matter if you're doing like a poor job with it. It doesn't matter if you're doing a good job with it. It's what it is. If you enjoy, this is what one thing a person said to me before. If you enjoy doing what you're doing, basically you never work a day in your life. That means you're not worried about something. You're not worried about like saying, oh, this is going to fail. This is going to fail. Because that is negative. And you're putting negativity on your own self. You're not doing it to nobody else. And that's exactly what happens. So exactly, like I said, that's why I don't give it life advice or anything like that, just because I leave people to do what they want to do. And like I said, if I can see a problem, or if I hear a problem, and if I can actually help them to deal with it a little bit, it could be mental, it could be physical, it could be anything like that. Like I said, physical is more to do with the area I live into. More mental is when you start having a breakdown and you'll be able to, and not having someone else to talk to. Well, hopefully you do, my friend. Hopefully I'll be able to catch you again. Like I said, I'll say good night to you if you're going to bed. Like I said, hopefully basically catch you on the flip, and basically be able to catch you on the channel. But like I said, when it comes to it, like, I mean, you do you. That's exactly why YouTube works. Or should you? It should. But see, you got to remember, the corporate businesses out there and stuff like that went along and Avery hashtag 7688. Okay, that's your let me just go along add you on there. Okay, give me a second here. If that is a Discord. Because even if I'm not streaming, I don't always stream. I don't constantly stream because of work and stuff like that. And I try to fit in a little bit more. Yeah, I forgot my hashtag, by the way. But let me see. Let me see if I can find you here. Hashtag. Hashtag 7688. 7688. Nope. AV or what? Yeah, I just checked your Discord. There's nothing there. But yeah, let me see. Let me try a different way. Oops, crap. Hashtag 7688. Mention users. Nope, there's nothing there. I'll probably get that later on, but I don't know. I gotta find out what exactly what my full Discord is. I just gave it my name there, but I do have my own server. Let me see here, because I don't use it that much. Okay, I got it. I'll send it to you as a private message, of course. And I'll be able to do it that way, right quick. Give me a second here. Sorry for the delay, guys. This is why I don't like doing Discord that much, because it just I can't do two things at once because I'm only getting two hands. 7848. Hashtag. Oops. Hashtag. 748. There we go. And of course, if you want to speak to me on Discord too, you can actually I'll be able to give you my number for that. Be able to actually help out with whatever. Just right now, I'm just basically doing a small grind, of course, in the morning. I'll be doing probably another stream later on tonight. I do not know, like I said, if I'm going to be switching my game. I try to switch my game so I can actually do different content and different levels. But of course, it's like, I mean, if it's a hit or miss, I might do like 2 or 3, 4 of one game and to see if what's up, you know. Like, I mean, I'm doing Arkham Knight now too, and other games as well. But like I said, I'm doing it more offline right now because I'm still trying to finish the game the first time, so I can get the information out there for that. So I've been working on that as well. But right now, I'm just basically grinding away on Trove. And like I said, if you get any questions, even some comments or anything like that, basically you're more than welcome to do so. Like I said, any questions itself, I'll try to answer as clearly as possible and as quickly as possible. And I'll be able to help you out with Trove. It's just a game I'll be playing the last little bit, of course, on here. But like I said, I try not to stick with the same game. But like I said, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I mean, once you get like one thing to work and the other thing is not working, and then you gotta basically swap back and forth. It's sometimes it's very annoying when that happens, and then you gotta try to figure exactly what the end game is and stuff like that. I know Minecraft is pretty still high up there even after all those years, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I do play Minecraft with people. I do have a server and stuff like that. So yeah, but like I said, you see me playing on here, but I usually play offline, or play with friends. Like, I mean, when I'm by offline, I don't stream a lot of the Minecraft anymore. But I did start with Minecraft. I might go back to that because, like I said, Trove and Minecraft to a point. It is 2 block games like that you can build with blocks. Of course, everybody knows that. Well, seen me play on here on Trove, and then you look at Minecraft. They're fairly similar when it comes to building. It's just that you don't have the textures and stuff like that. You just got like colors, and that's pretty much it. So it's pretty much a whitewash version of that. Plus, with the aspect of Diablo 3, with the way that is designed itself, with the enchantment systems and stuff like that, that makes a big, huge difference at the end of the day. But yeah, like I said, as I just mentioned before, any advice and stuff like that, I don't try to, and I don't give out, like I said, life advice because of the fact that, as I said before, I like to let people learn basically from the wrongs, and basically, if you end up basically struggling, like I mean, if you need advice that way and try to fix the struggle, then I can actually try to help them with that. But like I mean, any more than that, I can't just no. Like I said, I've been YouTubing for a while. I've been Twitching for only a short bit of time, and basically trying to get things moving that way. You know, and I don't, like I said, I don't scream and yell and bawl and stuff like that, or through the mic and stuff like that. Like I said, I could, but like I said, that's to me that's immature, and I just can't do that. I try, like I said, when it comes to people coming on the channel here, trying to basically spam the channel and everything else and act a fool, I try to actually take control of that as much as I can too. So people basically are not discouraged or anything like that. So it basically we're on the same page when you come in here. We're basically, if we're playing the same game, I know exactly what to expect into that point. Like I said, attitudes and stuff like that makes a big difference at the end of the day. And that's exactly the way I look at it. And like I said, for me, like I said, I'll call a spade, and that's just it. But like I said, some people don't like it that way, but, you know, it's just what it is. You're not going to like what everybody else does at 100%. Not all the time. Like, I mean, that's just the way life is. Seriously. You know, in that direction. Like, I mean, you're not going to get along with everybody. You're not going to go along and say, hey, man, this is cool. And then the other person will be like, hey, man, this is trash. You're going to get those people. You're going to get those skeptics and stuff like that. You're going to get them quite often. Anyway, enough to talk about negativity. Hopefully everybody's doing okay, of course, today. And hopefully, basically, are doing well. Like I said, hopefully, I'll also enjoy the stream itself. I do stream from time to time, of course, when I get a chance or not working. Like I do have a job and stuff like that. Apart from streaming, like I said, some people find streaming as a job, but of course, that's not like I like to be able to have streaming as my job, but of course. I don't have nothing to actually give me the funds and stuff like that to basically to do it that way. So I'm basically still got to work a regular job, which is fine. I don't mind doing that because I enjoy both cases. I like to enjoy my job, and I enjoy streaming. I enjoy everything that I'm doing, and basically I enjoy life. Because I know, like I said, you get one shot at it. You don't know how long that shot is. It could be 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Or it might be only a few years. It might be 5, 6 years or whatever the case may be. So, like I said, why not enjoy what you have? And that's exactly the way I look at it. Like, I mean, that's why I don't criticize. I don't look at people. Like, I mean, I'm after being criticized on here or basically made fun of and stuff like that. But that's people just don't understand exactly what it is, you know. But I don't mind that. Like, I mean, people are going to be people. And like I said, different nationalities and stuff too will make a difference in that, you know. And, yeah. But it's just a bit about me, and this is the way I do things itself. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go along and say, hey, man, you're an idiot, or whatever the case may be. I just don't like leeches and stuff like that, because leeches is just people that's being lazy. If you do need a hand, though, like I said with the game itself, I don't mind giving out gear sometimes and helping other people people out with that. Like I said, if it's the first time you ever played this game and you're struggling, you take the information and use the information if you'd like to do so, or try the game on your own, and you'll be able to actually go along and with a bit of gear and stuff like that. But you need to have mastery level 20 to actually do some trading, and that's the biggest problem. Like me, people coming in, man, I can't trade, I can't do nothing. But the only problem is with that system, you set it in that way so they can actually be able to go along and make something out of it, and try to get people to actually play the game and learn some good things about it instead of having everything dropped in front of you. Like, I mean, yes, I'll love to be able to jump up and say, hey, I can help you right off the huff. But the only problem is it doesn't work that way. Like, I mean, you do put a little bit of time into it to get up there, and then I can basically help you with that. I can also help you with joining your realm. I don't like dropping anything below Uber 8 or Uber 9 because it's absolutely useless to me now. Like, I mean, with me so high level and so high PR, it's just like, I mean, I don't benefit no more to that level. But it is easy to get up. It's easy to get those levels. Trust me. When it comes to it, basically gems and stuff like that, it does take you time. I will say that. And like, I mean, just to get enough gems and gem dust when you first start. But it's not a hard game. Like, I mean, it's fun to play if you are basically into grinders. Some people are not into grinders. Some people are. Like, I mean, that's a choice itself. Some people are like in complete Grand Theft Auto, just go in and shoot something, or into Fortnite where you just basically build a little bit of something and just basically keep on continuing on with that. It's just what it is. People choose what they do, which is kind of good about the diversity of games. Now, I will say this: I will be switching eventually to my PC because I've almost got my PC built. I'm just waiting for a 3070 video card to come in, and like, I mean, I'm already using a 2070, but I'm trying to get a better lighting and stuff like that, and better screen. So basically, it looks a lot nicer, even for the viewer, and I'll be able to actually do that. Why did I not get a 3090? I'll tell you the reason why of that. Because yes, they're available now. But paying $2,000 for that is a bit much right now, because it is still a pretty high price for something. Yes, it's a premium card right now, but you got to remember, as of next year, the 4K series will be coming out for PC. So that means they're going to have a new flagship. They're going to have new everything. So I'm not going to spend that much money. I'd rather spend $900 for every single card that comes out until things start slowing down. But now you got to remember, when it comes up with the new flagships, they're going to have a lot of problems with this chip shortage still. As you said before, they've been having chip shortages since 2010. They're trying to fix that. But of course, Silicon Valley can come out only with so much stuff, and that's just it. So we are limited to what we can actually have currently, and what we can actually do right now currently as gamers, and hopefully to be able to fix the problem within the future. Now, the only thing is, you got to remember, every single version of video card or anything like that, even console, will actually suffer a little bit because of the fact that every single version or every single console after a certain point will actually be there, just getting to be harder and harder to get parts. If Silicon Valley is actually not fixed or has enough supply for us. So, like, I mean, you got to think about it this way. We've got to look at exactly what we got to deal with, and how gamers basically have to actually deal with the shortage that's coming up. So hopefully they'll be able to fix it within the next year or two. I know it's something they're not going to be able to fix. They can tongue twister, remedy the situation a little bit, or just put a band-aid on it, and hopefully they can actually fix it. But like I said, the supply and demand is still high for Bitcoiners and also gamers. I know Bitcoiners are not going to disappear anytime soon. Now, it's going to be a slowdown of them, but it's going to be times where it's just like the stock market. It's going to be a slow time for them. Then it's going to pick up. It's going to go back and forth. So when it actually drops off, that's when we get a chance of getting some curves and stuff like that. But then you got to look at supply and demand. Like, I mean, hopefully, basically, the demand itself basically be fixed. Well, actually, not the demand. Sorry, my mistake. Correction. I mean the supply to be fixed. Then the demands will be met and it'll be all kosher. But I don't know exactly what's going to be like that in the future because nobody knows. So whatever comes out will be coming out, and that's just the way it works, you know. And hopefully to be able to come out with something with Silicon Valley to be able to come out and say, hey, we've got enough stuff right now for everybody. We can actually look after everything. But the only thing is, you got to remember, there's only X number amount of supply in the world of resources too. Like a copper and stuff like that, we are getting short of supply on that to a point. That's why certain denominations of coin and stuff has been discontinued in certain parts of the world. Like here in Canada, basically the penny has been discontinued, all because it was just getting that much more expensive to produce. Now, I'm not saying that we're losing or gaining money on it. It's just no point. Plus, we can use copper and stuff like that for other means. So that's exactly what we look at that way. So we're basically the world is trying to fix itself with electronics and stuff like that. And hopefully it does in the future. Well, like I said, we don't know what's going to come out in the future for anything so far. Well, all we know is just that they're having, oh my God, that's a nice gem. Woo! I'm going to take that and go to the bank with that. Class select. And I'm going to use that on this one. Yum! Ooh, yeah. That's a yellow. I'm going to remove this one and place the other one. I gotta love that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to level this one up to 19. I know this is going to be way higher. This is basically what I've been doing the last little bit, is working on gems, working on different things. Yes, I could be working on my mastery too. Don't get me wrong. I do work on my mastery, but I've got tomes for that. So I don't need to do PvP because I don't believe in just basically competing against other people and trying to gain anything, because you gain very little. It's a bit slower to do in PvP. Even if you're good at it, it's still a bit slower because you gain only a certain amount of it. Yes, it does help, but it helps in such a small manner. It's not even funny. So that's exactly why I don't do PvP. I like I said, doing the tomes, doing my own thing. So I be able to grind my gems and basically still power level myself as much as I can. So that's pretty much it. Now, I think I'm actually up there a little bit more. 163, 16. Okay, I'm 31 spot in the world, which is not bad. I'm not doing too bad with that right now. I can loot collect this one because, of course, and that was only 13, so I went up 16, so that's a good 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I went up an extra 500 power. Sweetness. Now I'm going to bring this one up just a little bit higher since I've got the dust. Now I need dust and everything for my sparks, but I can always get dust from my boxes and stuff, so I'm not too much worried about that right now. I want to get Solarian up too as well because, of course, it's a fairly new character. I want to be able to start using this character and see exactly what it is like to utilize this character 100%. But the problem is trying to get good gems and get that stat up there and work on that. Because right now I'm actually a little low on physical damage. I should be about almost 400k, but the only thing is I'm still swapping my gems out. So yeah, I've got one more fire gem to replace. And of course, I'm only looking for high PRs for that. I still got to roll this one to upgrade this one a little bit. That's what my dailies are for, of course, right now. And I've already got this one at 28, so I'm actually working on that. So I've got like 2 more gems to do on that, and I'll be actually finished upgrading that. So I'll be able to actually increase my stats even further. So, like I said, I'm trying to actually match up with my Shadow Hunter, which basically is what I've been trying to do the last little bit. See, my Shadow Hunter is basically my main class for grinding, but like, I mean, I like to be able to get a Neo Ninja and stuff like that, which I did start building a Neo Ninja before this update, but then I stopped because I'm like, okay, I know they're going to basically coming up with something that's a little bit more crazier and a lot more of a grind. So I'm glad I stopped at that, you know, and I'm glad I never start rolling the gear or gems because that saves me a lot of resources. This is why I said look at people that is trying to be the competition and looking at the competition itself because they got so much more PR, but you got it straight across the board. Now, if you look at their main characters, some of their main characters are actually suffering, and when they do come up with a new update, they actually suffer even more because you got to go along and revamp everything and start all over again. And if you're spending that much money into the game just to try to keep up, you'll basically be spending and spending and spending. And it's not, to me, it's not, this game is fun, but it's not worth a fortune. Hey, it's going Raging. How you doing, my friend? And welcome to the stream, of course. Hopefully you're doing okay today, of course. And hopefully you're basically well and stuff like that. Like I said, how are you doing? Seriously. Yeah, I'm just basically doing the grind once again on Trove. Okay, cool. Awesome, dude, awesome. Glad to hear it, my friend. Like I said, when it comes to it, like, I mean, I'm just doing the morning grind. I'm going to be doing my main grind later on, but it might not be on Trove. Like, I mean, I do try to do other games too. Yeah. See you there, bro. Have a good one. Yeah, if I'm switching my games and stuff, I like to test the waters and see what's out there. Like, I mean, I love doing that. But like I said, there's some games that it does work to a point, and some games don't. But like I said, I still enjoy all types of games. I enjoy all types of people, so, you know, it's what it is. I just still need more red gem dust. But, like I said, it's just trying to get a few more sparks and stuff today. I'm working on that. Yeah, like I said, I'll be on later on too as well. Like I said, I might try to go back to the Batman game, or I might try to do something else. Like I said, I've got a lot of different games I do play. Like I said, in a lot of games I'm actually mastered. Like I mastered Trove, I've mastered Minecraft. There's not much else I can do in Minecraft. I can always better my builds and stuff a little bit better, but it's not much else I can do with that. Like, I mean, making markets, making stuff like that, making stuff work. It's what I like to do. And to basically sitting with Trove, like, I mean, I try to break down the game itself to see what's useful and what's not, and basically try to actually help people with useful information, try to get rid of the useless information, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much, like, I mean, for me, with content and stuff like that, I can always switch out, but, you know, if the content is not there and there's nobody, like I said, watching, like I said, or even doing whatever, like I said, it's just different. If, like I said, I look at DC, a lot of the DC comic games, or even or even other games like that. Like I said, they are a good game to play to a certain point. Also fun to watch if you're looking for tricks and stuff like that into the game. But if it's already been played out, there's not much point. Like, I mean, Trove is not really being played out or being streamed that much. It's been streamed, yes, I can't say that. But, like, I mean, it doesn't give that much TLC, like, I mean, to that, or anything like that. So that's exactly what I look at. I look at games that doesn't get the light of day or what they should have gotten. Because, like I said, these games are fun, but it takes a long time to play them. And like I said, if you're not into grinding and stuff like that, this game is definitely not, but you can always give it a try. Because you never know what type of gamer you are until you actually get into it. Like I said, there is people like myself will help you out, but very few people out there that will actually help you out the way I do. Because of the fact that, as I said before, they look at competition, they look at everything in the game, and like I said, it's more of a, let's say, excuse the language, a pissing contest. That means you've got like the mastery. They're trying to try to outrank you with that. They're trying to rank you with PR. They're trying to, but see, the problem is they don't realize every time there's an update, if you're not spending a fortune in the game, or spending that much more time in the game, then it's a little bit harder to keep up with those other people. But it's not impossible. Because it depends on how it is. There might be someone in first place. I might be in second place. And I might be in second place for years. I've been in the top 50 for the longest time. Just because people have been dumping money into this game like crazy. And of course, I can't compete against things like that. Someone is actually spending 30, 40, 50 grand into the game. And yes, people are after doing that. It's like V-Bucks, Roblox, and stuff like that. They just dump money into it. Now, I know it's more cosmetics, but they just dump into the money into the game just because of the fact that they try to look different or do something different. But same thing with this game, to a point. But with this game, you actually benefit from your cosmetics to a point. Now, you get power rank, but after 500 mastery, you do not get no more stats, as I mentioned before. So, anything higher than 500 is kind of redundant. Well, anything beyond 530, you've already got all the tomes in the game. And besides the dragon here or there, or whatever the case may be, to get your flux up, that's the only thing that you will actually be able to benefit from. At the end of the day, the more flux you got, the more you benefit. Of course, the more dragons, the more magic fun you have, and so on and so forth. So really be right. All the mastery, all the everything, to a point, doesn't really mean that much beyond a certain point. And a lot of people just don't get that. They be like, oh man, I got to be first in everything. Okay, fine. I get that. And I'm not complaining about that. That's just a prerogative that they think. And as I said, made a joke to one of the other people on here at one point. They spent that much money. I said, buying a car for the devs. As a joke, of course. And like I said, it was a great friend of mine too, but, But I never, like I said, they never took it to heart, neither did I. But, it's what people do. To games, like I said, certain games, it's great. If you really don't want to grind this game, you don't have to that much. But it depends on what you're going to be doing. It's just different. You can buy pretty much everything except gem dust. You can buy a lot of mounts and stuff like that to get mastery right quick, and so on and so forth. To me, the further you are away from the mastery table, the harder it is on the new players, because of the fact that means you're going to do all the old PvP, the new PvP, and everything else in between. So that's just a lot of work for someone to come in. And it's basically certain things, like certain events and stuff like that, even though they do replete some of the events, a lot of amounts you cannot get anymore. So there's a lot of mastery and stuff that you can't get anymore, but you can still get to 500. That's all that really matters in this game. between 5 and 5:30. Anything beyond that is, like I said, just cosmetic. And like I said, if you get all the cosmetics and stuff in the game, well, that means you got customization to your character. But do you really benefit from it? Not really. Like, I mean, you'll keeping with the world's ranks to a point, and so on and so forth. But that's all basically just the numbers game at that point. So yeah, that's what basically Trove is itself. It's a grinder. It's fun. But like I said, it's a bunch of competition in there. Like I said, that's why I don't do the competition. This is why I don't mind helping people to be able to play the game and stuff like that and get into it if they're into these type of games. Some people are, some people aren't, and that's just the way it works. Now I gotta get rid of this because it's gonna keep on shooting at me. And of course, I'm going to basically end my morning stream here. Hopefully you guys basically enjoyed the stream this morning. Sorry for a little bit of rant or whatever case may be, but I just basically had to say what I had to say in that direction. And I basically mentioned something about myself as well. The way I work, because like I said, nationalities and stuff like that, I deal with a bunch of them. Like, I mean, I was trying to deal with basically language barrier a couple of days ago. If you were watching one of my videos, trying to deal with somebody from Italy, they didn't know English that well. That's fine and dandy. That's going to happen anyway. It's called online, people. Seriously, it's one of those things. Like, I mean, you have to look at exactly what you're dealing with every day. Hopefully, basically, you'll always enjoy your games. Hopefully, be able to find the right people to play with, at least Minecraft and other games. And hopefully, basically, you have fun to doing what you're doing. And peace out for now, and hopefully catch you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.